Because the intention was that you were trying to get Groovy from me.
Exactly.
If that is what you were doing at that point, you wouldn't have just said, oh,
but
she
at
said...
that point...
Phyna and Amaka have finally decided to talk about their friendship and Phyna's new relationship with Groovy.
My own is that now that we have had this conversation, we can now be friends. We are G's. We are good. You get? I have told you, even if you were not having issues with me, I was having issues with you with my full chest. You even deserve him more because you were the one that was able to go after him. You were the strongest, you understand? So you deserve him more.
Guys, if you remember, Amaka told Phyna that she was interested in Groovy and she liked Groovy, even though she had interest in Giddy Fire from the level 1 house and I think maybe Dotun also. But then Phyna said she was going to help Amaka to talk to Groovy about her feelings for Groovy. And in the process of going to help, we now found out that Phyna went into the relationship or went into something deeper with Groovy. Now this leads me to ask a very straightforward question. I'd like to get your comments in the comment section. Is there anything wrong with what Phyna did? I mean, moving to Groovy to tell Groovy that, oh, my friend likes you, and in the process of telling the guy that your friend likes him, you now go into like a relationship with him. Is there anything wrong with that? I would like to hear your thoughts about that. So yes, guys, Groovy and Phyna and Amaka finally had the conversation, and Amaka told Phyna that where I felt you did me dirty was that I felt betrayed first of all, and secondly, you went to tell Groovy or told Groovy that I had interest in Giddy Fire and stuff like that. Like, it was not necessary. If you wanted to maybe shoot your shot at him, you would have done that directly. But even going to go as far as mention that I had interest in Giddy Fire, it was what really got me angry. Guys, let's not forget that recently Amaka woke up crying. Like crying in the morning, and even at some point there was a video trending on social media where she was looking at the mirror telling herself that she's beautiful, she's the prize, she's everything. I believe she felt really betrayed. She felt really, her self-esteem was attacked sort of. I mean, because if every guy you are interested in the house sort of is turning you down, all the guys you're trying to get close to turn you down, it makes you feel a bit worthless. And I understand where she was coming from that morning when she was doing the whole word affirmation thing. So yeah, they finally had the conversation because one, you notice that after Phyna's relationship with Groovy blossomed, you notice that there was some kind of friction. It even looked like maybe they quarreled at some point, but then they didn't quarrel, and Amaka just wanted to clear it, and she wanted like a new basis of friendship with Phyna, that okay, you've gotten the man that actually made us quarrel, but can we now become friends? In Phyna's defense, Phyna was like, first off, she does not want to. She felt that okay, and maybe Amaka did not really detail how she really likes Groovy to the extent that Groovy will now be the one to come into like their friendship. Then also she mentioned that she does not like to have this back and forth conversation because of a man. It seems shameful for her, like it seems embarrassing for her. She said she wanted to give Amaka time to like really process the whole situation, and she would have eventually talked to Amaka. But then she didn't talk to Amaka. Amaka was the one that came to her and talked to her about the situation, and they are actually cool. But then I was going to ask another question. Is Groovy the prize this year? Because I don't even understand. Somebody said on social media that Groovy went into that house with Kayamata. If you don't know what Kayamata means, it means like juju, some kind of juju that women usually use to like entice men and to keep men in their space. Like, I will just tie this man down to myself. It feels like Groovy is the prize this year, because even yesterday or this morning, Chomsy was telling Sheks that she likes Groovy, and if you know, Chomsy and Elo Swag, they are in sort of like a thing, though not yet defined, but like Elo Swag likes her, and according to her, she likes Elo Swag. I don't believe she likes Elo Swag, but that's what she said. But then Elo Swag's head when she was telling Checks that she likes Groovy, And the reaction on his face, immediately Chichi had to tell him that, "Hello Swag, I would like to talk to you later. That is if you want to talk."
What? Share. I want to talk to you. It's a fun for me. I hope nobody is there. I have a problem. What's your problem? I like coffee. Coffee is my type. This one. I'll talk to you later. That's if you want to, okay?
And Edosag was like, "Okay, we'll talk." Guys, don't forget that Chichi was telling Deji in the kitchen yesterday that she advised Chomsy not to go for Groovy. Reason being that she was like, she should put herself in Beauty's position, that she liked the feeling if she was in Beauty's position and Beauty had to go for Groovy if the cases were turned around. If you don't know who Beauty is, Beauty was the person that Groovy actually wanted a relationship with. Beauty was in the house, got disqualified because she was a bit jealous and went out of character. So guys, Groovy seems to be everywhere. Like, all the girls seems to want Groovy. That brings me to the question, is Groovy the prize this year? Let me know what you think in the comment section and I'll be responding to your comment. Thanks for